Greetings! Today I'm installing my brand new number plates from Fourdot, designed in collaboration with Mountune.
Alright, these are they, looking absolutely lovely, I'm sure you will agree. The front then is that trapezoid or trapezium shape, and it's quite simple. It's just your plate with 4 pieces of pre-applied tape, 3M VHB, so you know it's going to be good and strong bonding. Then the other one, the rear is obviously this shape, which I don't even know what you would call it, but you can see it's got that cool carbon fibre effect. That's on the front as well at the sides, and you get this Mountune logo. These of course made by Fourdot, designed in collaboration with Mountune. The rear is a little bit different though. If we flip this around, you can see, maybe you can see, it's almost like it's on little like risers to sort of take into account the way the screw holes are sort of raised up. But yeah, so, and then also we've got Avery Dennison, can you read that? But of course, Avery Dennison is a big player in the world of sticky stuff. You can kind of see that riser, it's like another piece of acrylic in there. Nice certificate of authenticity, and of course, the really cool thing about the Fourdot stuff, the declaration of legality.
Okay, so I'm going to start on the front, so obviously we need to take the old plates off. Now these are screwed on, and on the front we have these little cap things. We just peel that off, and then we just need a screwdriver to remove the screws. So the weirdness continues. If you watched my previous video where I was trying to sort out what was going on in the rear with my plates, there was 2 screws in here, but it also just seems to be stuck on as well. So I don't know what was going on, but just I guess give us a bit of a yank, and hopefully there's not too much going on. So yeah, this is a real hash under here. I mean, what were they thinking? I mean, what is going on with this? 2 different types of weird sticky pads. These ones I think will come off fairly easily. These black ones, yeah, that just came right off. And we have what I would assume are the original holes. So for some reason they decided to drill more holes. What is going on? But these pads look a wee bit more annoying to get off, so I'm going to have to spend a bit of time scraping and removing this stuck on. Okay, now I've got all that crap removed. It's looking pretty decent. I flattened out the ridges from these screw holes so they don't look overly pretty. This is actually a piece of white plastic that has been painted or coated black. So it's not overly pretty, but it is decently smooth, ready to receive our new plate. Next thing we need to do is to prepare this surface. It looks pretty clean, but there could be some contaminants in here that we can't quite see, so we're going to prepare this with an alcohol wipe, and Fourdot are very kind to provide 2 alcohol wipes, one for the front and one for the rear, from 3M, specifically 3M VHB branded, so it's a good quality alcohol wipe. So we just give that a good old rub, let it dry off, and then that will be the surface prepared. Alright, so obviously what we have to do is just pull back the strip off the back of the tape, position it, and push it on to stick. Now this is exactly the height, so you want the bottom edge to obviously then be at the bottom edge of this black plastic bit. There is a bit of eyeballing to do with regards to the central location, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to like sort of position it along the bottom, get these sort of 2 corners right, and then push in like that. That's kind of my plan. So yeah, let's do it. Alrighty, so now we're ready to stick. So like I was saying before, you see the way the tape isn't quite at the bottom? That means that we can sort of touch it against here and position before we stick anything on. Yeah, and then once we're good, push. And hold for as long as you can. So I'm just going to hold this for a while until my arms get sore, and then it should be strong enough for us to either leave, or we can tape it up afterwards, which I might do because I don't need to drive the car anywhere until like tomorrow. So I'll probably tape it up just to hold it on, leave it overnight, and then it should definitely be a good bond tomorrow. It is definitely worthwhile to hold this in for as long as you can to get a good bond on this, because I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera, but there is a little bit of a curve going on the front bumper here. I did notice that the plate had a slight curve, ever so slight, from the factory, so they obviously are expecting this to be bent. Okay, so we're looking good. Like I said, I put a bit of tape on because I don't need to drive the car. That'll make sure that there's 100% no chance of any sag. I got a good wee bit of tension, stuck down the top, pulled it around under the bottom, so this won't sag down whenever it's getting that good bond going on. Okay, now we're ready for the rear. Exact same process, just remove them screws, then we're going to clean up the area, and then we'll get to the alcohol wipe and get to the sticky on. Alright, so I'm just trying to position the rear just as a, before I take the strips off the tape, just to make sure that I've got it in the right place. It comes with this guide, this cardboard guide, which as you can see I've tried to stick on with tape, but this is literally the dumbest thing. It is like less than useless. I remember whenever I got the signature plates for my Fiesta, it had little sticky pads in the back that you could stick this on with. It was really handy, but Fourdot for some reason had decided not to bother anymore with that, so like you're just messing around with tape. It's a curved area and a flat bit of cardboard, so it just sucks. So gonna get rid of that. So what I've done, I'm kind of holding it here. I've got like a little spirit level, so I can sort of adjust it side to side to get it perfectly like level, and then I'm just eyeballing it, the edge to the different ridges on the rear, and then once I'm happy, I'm gonna stick some little bits of tape just as markers as to where it needs to be, and then we'll get it stuck on. So like before, we're doing our little alcohol wipe, using our second alcohol wipe that Fourdot provided, getting that area nice and prepped. Oh yeah, point to note, you'll see that I didn't have to remove this foam bit because the sticky on pads go right around this. They're raised up in them risers that I mentioned earlier, so you can just leave this in here, which is really handy if you ever want to take the Fourdot ones off and put regular plates back on. Not that we're gonna, but it also saves us the bother of having to remove this, which is good. So. Alright, so I had to get my trusty camera lady to put the camera down to help me with the angle because it was pretty much impossible to get the positioning right whenever we had the sticky bits uncovered and to check that it was level at the same time. So I had to get her to hold that just because I wanted it to be super duper accurate. So yeah, we did that. We have the tape removed. We're very happy with the position and the fact that it's level. So now I'm just holding it. I'm holding it like this because there are those 4 bits. There's one here, one here, one here, and one where my elbow is. So like before on the front, I'm just kind of holding it for as long as I feel comfortable, and then I'll come back with some tape. Alright, we got some tape on there, now we can leave that for a while. I'm not sure exactly how long the VHB or the Avery Dennison tape, probably the same, takes to really get a full bond. I would say there's probably at least 4 hours. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to be leaving it overnight, so it's going to be way longer than that. So yeah, I mean, a little bit of tape, and then we just leave it, and then it's going to be all good in the morning. Oh yeah. There we go, that is the installation complete of the signature plates from Fourdot, designed by Mountune on my Focus RS, and I think they look fantastic. I hope you agree. So yeah, I mean, they're really, really cool. They do fit the contours perfectly, both front and rear. Really something a bit different, something that you don't really see anywhere else other than from Fourdot. I mean, it's personal preference. You might not like this big style of plate, you might like little plates, you might like other kinds of plates. Whatever kind you like, throw a comment down below and we can talk about it, we can see what everyone has. But I think these look great. So yeah, installation was easy enough. Just making sure that all the surfaces were prepared properly, and then just getting the positioning right was the most tricky part. But once you're happy, we just push it on, get that tape on, leave it for a while, and then good to go, all good. So yeah, I hope you like this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe for more content to come very, very soon. Thank you once again.